For about 3 days now, my TV has been randomly switching over to network television onto Channel 77. I don't pay for cable and never have, as I've exclusively used streaming ever since I moved out. I currently live in an apartment with my roommate Jackson, who bought the TV itself, and he's never had any issues with it that he's mentioned. It almost feels like it's getting worse every day, as whenever it switches to the channel, I can't get it to switch off for a period of time that seems to be getting longer every time it happens. And before you say it, I know I'm not accidentally sitting on the remote and changing it, because sometimes it switches when I'm in a completely different room. Last night specifically, I made sure that the remote was left on the end table next to the love seat I usually sit on to watch whatever I'm interested in at the time when I went to go make some mac and cheese in the kitchen. I left the show on as usual so I could hear it while I cooked, since the layout of our apartment allows me to easily see and hear our TV from over the kitchen counter. This was nearly at 3 a.m. in the morning, so Jackson was dead asleep when the TV decided to do its thing again. I almost spilled the boiling water and noodles all over myself when it switched to the channel, since the only thing that ever plays is white noise and static. I let out an embarrassing yelp like a frightened chihuahua when it happened, thanking God that Jackson wasn't awake to hear it. The way he is, he wouldn't be able to drop it for the next year. It lasted for nearly 4 hours this time, and like usual, I couldn't turn the volume down either. I ignored it as best as I could while I made my food, but I swear it sounded like it was getting louder the longer it went. I sat down in the love seat after I was done cooking, eating out of the pot because I don't want to wash any dishes I don't have to, and just kind of watched the static while I waited for it to change back to Netflix. The reason I'm posting this, and the reason I'm worried, is because by the time it switched back, I had barely noticed any time had passed. But when I checked my phone, it said that 4 hours had effortlessly gone by. I hadn't even touched my food in that time, and it was basically inedible because of how crusty it got. I threw it away, didn't even attempt to eat it, and I didn't really feel hungry either. I should probably just throw the TV out, but I don't exactly have the budget to buy a new one at the moment. It took me a moment to realize as well that I hadn't blinked in the time I was looking at the TV either. My eyes hurt like shit the first time I did. I fully teared up when I did, which I assumed was a bodily response to how damn dry they had gotten. "TV, do that thing again?" Jackson yapped at me from the door frame to his room, his head sticking out with that stupid mop of a haircut he had. "Yeah, think it was about 4 hours this time. Surprised you didn't wake up, to be honest. I sleep like a brick, you know that. Plus, it hasn't woken me up any of the other times you claimed it happened." Well, it sounded louder this time. Why, never know. That was about the entirety of the conversation we had that day. I didn't exactly feel like a socialite after wasting 4 hours of my life apparently watching a dead TV screen. I felt like shit, actually, just not in the ways I'd assume. I wasn't hungry or tired, just a feeling of dread, really. I never thought that dread could be a physical feeling, but the way I felt was like all of my muscles were so tightly wound and just preparing for something bad to happen. I really don't know what to do or why any of this is happening. I've never had a history of depression or severe mental issues of any kind. Some ADHD maybe, but nothing serious. When I walked outside to head to my first class of the day, the clouds outside almost fully blocked out the sun from casting its light down onto me and the other students making their way to campus. I only live a few blocks away, but the walk felt like a lifetime. Everyone was passing me even though I was walking at my normal speed, like I was going 40 on the highway. I really don't understand it. Everything felt so wrong. I feel better now, of course. I'm writing this around 11 p.m. on my school laptop. I'm gonna try sleeping on the love seat tonight. I'll update you all tomorrow. I made a mistake. I should have just slept in my own bed. I don't get what's going on. I usually don't dream at all, or at least if I do, I never remember them. I just realized now that I didn't brush my teeth or take a shower last night either. I didn't even introduce myself in the previous post. It's currently 6 p.m. and I only woke up an hour ago. I don't know why Jackson didn't wake me up. We both have classes today. The fucking TV was on when I woke up, projecting that same white noise and static at me for about a minute before shutting itself off after I woke up. I don't know how long it was on for, and I can promise to whatever God you believe in that that screen was staring at me somehow. I should have woken up when it turned on. Usually even the slightest noise will shock me awake. Even last week, before all this TV shit started, I basically jumped up in the middle of the night when Jackson cooked something in the microwave. I'm already getting off track. I think whatever the TV is doing is messing with my attention somehow. There's this string pulling in the back of my mind telling me that there's so many things I forgot to do, but it won't tell me what any of them are. When I finally got up, I noticed a horrid stench in the air, like horribly rusted iron and molding meat. I found the source when I opened the microwave, and some microwave meal Jackson had cooked was inside. Broccoli, cheddar, and beef. Fucking disgusting. I didn't even want to touch it, so I didn't. Left it in the microwave and just sprayed air freshener everywhere. Hopefully Jackson throws it away when he gets back. God, I hate Jackson. The more I think about it, the more I just want to kick him out of the apartment. He left his clothes all over the floor in front of his room. His stupid band t-shirts and cargo pants scattered everywhere. Whatever, the TV turns on again at 11 tonight and I can't miss it again. It finally showed something this time, at least I think so. I swear I saw something moving in the static, or maybe a cluster of the pixels stopped moving for a few seconds. Either way, I know I saw something and it spoke to me this time. I don't think I can do this anymore. I've missed all of my classes this week and people are messaging me and asking how I'm doing. I tried responding to a few of the texts, but the channel showed up on my phone. 77. It has to mean something. I had to watch it for a bit just to make sure nothing else showed up. I think I really fucked up this time. I know it's my fault, but I don't think I can do anything about it. I can't keep listening to everything the channel tells me to do. I don't even know how long it's been, but that smell from the microwave is driving me insane. I can't do anything about it though. It was my fucking cat. My cat was in the microwave. I didn't even remember I had one until I found it. Why would I think it was a microwave meal? I couldn't manage to clean it up. What the fuck is actually happening? First my shows are getting interrupted, then my car fucking dies, and now Jackson is leaving his clothes all over the apartment? I can't do this anymore. I'm kicking him out. The channel reminded me about something today. He told me that I needed to drink something. I hadn't eaten or drank anything in like a week. I don't even know how I forgot, so I just made a quick smoothie to solve both of my problems. Still a bit hungry though. I woke up again. My head felt like it was splitting open and it was the absolute middle of the night. I could barely even look at my laptop to type this out. I don't even know how long I was asleep because I don't remember when I fell asleep in the first place. My place is an absolute mess. It had to be something to do with the TV. When I checked it, it was plugged in and supposed to be turned on. But it wasn't. None of the lights would turn on either, so I assumed it was a power outage of some sort. I really did fuck up. And to anyone that's reading this, I'm really sorry. I don't know what that channel did or is doing to me. I threw the TV out of my second-story window, smashed my phone, and I'm going to do the same to my laptop after I'm done writing this. Whatever it is, it lives in anything that can broadcast, and once you see it, it owns you. I don't know everything I've done. I don't think I will, and I definitely don't want to. I refuse to read my previous posts because I don't think I can handle it. If your TV switches channels and you're 100% sure you didn't do it, don't look at it and get rid of it immediately. I'm sorry.